You know, we've been a team that's been very, we use the term schizophrenic. We've been playing one good half and then a bad half and then a bad half and a good half and a good half. And this is the first time we actually put two good halves together. And you have to against the San Miguel team. We were a lot more free-flowing in the first half. A lot of free-flow play, a lot of points scored, and then it got down to grinding there in the second half, especially against their zone. When they went to zone, we had to kind of grind it. And but guys held tough, and you know it's tough to hold back a team like that. When they start getting it going, it's like the floodgates are all open and the water's rushing in. You don't know what to do. It can be very disconcerting. So, real proud of our guys for figuring their way through that. I just thought our big against their bigs tonight, and Justin was great, obviously, as Wells was great. It was just a really well played game. A lot of assists, few turnovers, a lot of flow out there tonight.
Coach Justin Bromley, another triple double.
That's becoming the norm for him, right? I mean, it's kind of surprising when he doesn't do a triple double. I was just trying to keep him, you know, fresh, and which is impossible to do because he plays with such heart all the time. You know, he doesn't. He's not one of those guys who kind of coasts for a little bit and then plays hard and coasts a little bit, saves his energy. He just goes all out, and that's why a lot of times the last, 6-8 minutes of the game he's battling cramps because he's in tremendous shape, and he just gives his all the time. So it's really on me. It's me. I'm the one that has to, really hold him back and make sure I give him rest because he can't do it himself. It's just not in his nature. And so it's really on me to find times to pull him out of the game, even if we, and it's hard for me discipline-wise because I want him out there all the time, but I just have to stay disciplined and keep reminding myself, we need him for the last 6 minutes. We need him for the last 6 minutes. But I tell you, it's really hard for me to do that because he is such a wonderful player.
How about Stanley, including again for among the locals?
Yeah, Stanley was awesome from the very beginning. He hit some big shots early, and he guarded Wells for the most part, picked up 5 fouls doing it, didn't back down at all. He was getting to the rim against their defense. What else can you say? The other guy who gave us a huge lift tonight was Jeff Chan. And I had a meeting with Jeff yesterday. I told him we're going to commit to him now. He's healthy. He's really got. You can see he's moving much better. He's moving much better defensively. And I seem like he's got his legs now. And I told him I'm going to commit to you now. And so be ready tomorrow. We're going to commit and really get you into the rotation. And he responded extremely well. Hit some big shots for us, especially in the first half. And made a couple of real good defensive plays. So he can be a real key player for us in the rotation because he really spreads the floor for our bigs, and he just has to learn our defense and what we try to do defensively, and if he can do that, man, his value offensively is off the charts.
Which did the next game suddenly come to your mind when?
Yeah, I turned to Richard. I said the same thing's happening to us again. A couple of we had Art De La Cruz had a shot, and rolled out, and they went down and hit a 3-point shot. It was that's the way it was when we were playing Inlands. We just couldn't make every shot was in and out, and we knew we just needed one shot to stop the momentum, and we actually got that this time. Stanley's tipping. Which kind of killed their momentum right there, and that was a big shot that we needed. And usually those kind of shots that you need like that come from effort, just extra effort. And Stanley on that extra effort of going to the rebound, offensive board, jumping with the big guys, getting a finger on the ball, and kind of change the game for us. Change the momentum anyway. Gave us a chance to kind of gather ourselves for the last 2 or 3 minutes. You guys can read that?
Yeah.
I can't read that.
Magnolia Coach.
Yeah, we have Magnolia on Sunday. I don't need to read that. I know that already. Yeah, we got Magnolia on Sunday. Big game for us, another big one. You know, get to play San Miguel and Magnolia back to back. It's an incredible challenge. Good news is we got a week. Well, it's good and bad. You know, we like to kind of keep our momentum from this game and move on into another one. So we got to rest for a week, but at least we'll be fresh. At least we'll have time to prepare. Maybe do a couple of new things, new twists before we play Magnolia. Big game for both teams. They're coming off a loss to San Miguel. We're coming off a win to San Miguel. And we're right around each other in the standings. So big game for both teams.
You will have Gilas tomorrow.
Yes, I will have Gilas tomorrow. I gotta put my Gilas cap on. Start thinking about Gilas now. Good news is that you never will take a day off tomorrow, so I'll only have to worry about one practice tomorrow. So hopefully it'll be a good one. But no days off, which is fine.
Is it the same when you were coaching the Centennial?
No, I didn't coach Alaska. When I was on leave from Alaska, so I didn't focus on Alaska at all. And in fact, I was traveling while they were playing, so I only watched like 2 games the whole conference, I think. And I was actually coaching the Centennial team in the conference. We actually joined the conference, which was a bad idea at the time. It seemed like a good idea at the time. But it turned out to be a bad idea. Never have a national team join the PBA. I just don't think it's a good idea. It's just don't get the competitiveness that you need playing against guys you always play against. So I thought that hurt us more than helped us, and I wouldn't recommend it again. But I mean, playing a PBA team and practice games, that's fine. But actually getting into the PBA, playing as a guest team, I don't think it's right. You're better off finding other people to play against.
By the way, how is your new PR doing? Joe
My
Devons.
new PR.
Yeah.
He's not PR. He's really, I wouldn't say, well, yeah, he pretends like he's PR. He's everybody's PR, I guess. But for me, again, he is, he wore a tie today, you notice? So he's actually taking his coaching seriously, even with us.
Yeah, he
So
had
he's
his
sitting-
game face on.
Yeah, I was telling him, he was in, Dubai was the first game. I saw him when we were playing Phoenix. He was sitting behind the bench. And after the game, I said, what the heck are you doing sitting behind the bench? You get so much value, to impart to the players, and you're sitting behind the bench where you can't talk to anybody. Next game, you gotta sit here. So against Dubai, he came and sat on the bench. And he was talking the whole time. And today, he came with a tie. So he was all business today.
So until when he's gonna wear a tie?
Well, until he's healthy to get on the court, until he can put a uniform on. He'll wear a tie, I think, until he can put a uniform on. But he's taking it very seriously. Players take him very seriously. They truly call him. They call him Coach Joe now. They don't call him Joe, but Coach Joe. And I thought the national team really took him serious when we were there in practice. They really took him serious because again, he can teach better than anybody what we're trying to do. And we still have some, new guys on our team: Stanley, Jared, Jeff, even Art. We don't feel as really hasn't done a lot of on-court stuff. I'm missing somebody. I can't remember.
Sargent.
Huh? Sergeant Julian, right? And so Joe is constantly talking to those guys all the time, teaching, and that's what they're learning from. More from them than they are from me. I'm more everybody. He's more one-on-one talking to guys. He does that with the national team. So he's very valuable, really. I mean, we kind of giggle about it, but Joe is very valuable. I mean, I tell you what, he's going to be a very, very good coach. Because he's relational, he knows the game, he knows what he wants to do. He's got that kind of magnetic personality. He gets along with everybody, and he's not allowed to get in your face. He's not afraid to get in your face. I think he's going to make an excellent coach. Really do.
Playing assistant coach in the right coach.
He is that already, just not official.